Recently, I've had a lot of stuff going on in the background, which has made my brain and my hobby kind of busy and disjointed, kind of like I've got too many tabs open. And so I've decided to just roll with it, literally. Roll to paint. Yeah, I know my writing is atrocious, but the key point here is that hopefully I'll be able to read it. Regardless, I've currently got 5 projects kind of continuously on the go or back on the go or whatever. There's 5 things that I want to work on. And so we're literally going to roll to paint with a D6. Now, I don't have a 6 thing, so right now, if I roll a 1, that's just going to be a re-roll. But inevitably, there'll be something else that I want to work on. So roll to paint it is 5. That'd be my Leagues of Gotan. Basically, the idea is whenever I come down into the studio, I just grab that D6, roll, and then figure out what I'm working on. And that too would be my vampire counts / Bretonnian Old World army. But today, at least right now, is an exception to this. Over the weekend, I painted these Vanguard Raptors for the Stormcast army. And so, because it's been a minute since I've done any of the basing for these guys, let's remember / figure out what on earth I did together. So looking at old Ionis Cryptborn here, and keeping in mind that I am real lazy with my basing, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to smash some grass down, some grass tufts, and then just my classic pigment wash. And as far as grass goes, I'm thinking this light brown from Gamer's Grass. Do I know it's right? Nah, but it'll be close enough for me. I'm using super glue to glue these tufts down. I don't necessarily recommend super glue for this purpose, but it's quick and I'm not exactly patient today. Just lets me get to the rest of the stuff faster. And now for our pigment powder wash. I think pigment powders are awesome. They're super versatile. You can put them on dry, or I like to make them as a wash. And for this one, we're using this Old Rust. Just scoop some pigment powder in. Close that, because I know I will tip it over. And then just add some water. We're really just looking for it to be a very, very thin wash. And use a brush that you don't particularly care about, because the way I'm using it here, it will not last that long. And then just slop it on. The beauty of this is that I don't really care if it's getting onto the bottom of the mini. In fact, I want a little bit of it on there anyways, because it kind of ties everything together. Now, you could, of course, let these sit to dry on their own, but you know that's not how we do things around here. Little victory lap of black around each of these base rims. And we add them to the ever-growing Cryptcast army. I'm pretty sure this was the first army that I necromanced. They started off as thinking they were going to be chaos, but then with all the skull heads, really just leaned into the undeadliness of them. And so they became the Cryptcast Eternals. Remember, who cares what the lore says or what anyone else says? Make your little war dollies exactly how you want them to be. I know this video has been much quicker than anything that I've done before this, but I've just kind of determined that, I don't know, I'm going to not care about how long the video is and just show that I'm doing something way more often than I have been. So, you know, several times a week instead of once at best. Anyways, that is 6 more Stormcast or Cryptcast for my army, which is definitely over 2,000 points now, but I don't know, I've had a lot of fun doing them. And as for Roll to Paint, we'll see how that goes tomorrow. Let me know what you think of the idea, and most importantly, thank you so much for watching. You are awesome. And hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow.